I'm sick of my life, I'm sick of my job, I want to change everything completely. 1 week before unboxholics raid, I paid to a company 1,000 euros. I fell in love. He offered me to go to Lisbon. I got the answer from one Chinese university that I got accepted. I was planning my moving to Greece in September. I go to Russia and I prepare the documents for my moving to Malta. Can you imagine how I was destroyed? I wanted just to kill myself. Hi guys, Anastasia to everybody, my name is Julia, and as you noticed from the name of this video and my background, I finally moved from Russia. And in this video I want to tell you why did I move to Greece, how did it all happen, do I like it or not, and in general I want to tell you all of my story. So get ready, put me a thumbs up, follow me and let's get started. All people who are following me for a long time, or maybe who came to my streams on Twitch, they know that I was dreaming of moving from Russia for many years. I would say specifically from 2018, after the World Cup that happened in Russia, in my city. I was dreaming to work maybe in tourism, to work as a tourist guide, to move to another country, you know, to do some excursions for Russian people abroad. But after 2020, my plans were cancelled and I started to look for a job abroad or to look for the opportunities to participate in some international internship or anything like that. I was continuously applying, I was continuously looking for something abroad in Europe, specifically in English-speaking countries and Spanish-speaking countries, because I can speak English and Spanish languages, but all my applications were rejected. Specifically after 2022, it got harder to get any scholarship or, for education abroad. I was also looking for starting the education abroad. So I was just working, saving money and looking for different opportunities where I can move. And after 2022, Netflix left Russia, so I couldn't watch any more movies, Netflix series on English with subtitles. It was hard to find anything on the original language. So I started to watch Chinese dramas. I really love them. And yeah, before that, I've never been interested in Chinese culture. But after I started to watch the series, I loved it. I loved China. I loved Chinese language. And in 2023, in April, my Twitch channel was blocked for 5 months. But I didn't know for how many months I was blocked. I was just blocked permanently. And it was saying that at some point I'll be unblocked, but I had no idea when it's gonna happen. And I decided that I'm sick of my life, I'm sick of my job, I want to change everything completely, and I have to do something right now, right now. So one day I saw the ad that education in China is cheaper than in European countries, that it's easy to get scholarship and to study in China, and they love Russians, they love people with European appearance, and you can easily find well-paid job in China. And I decided, why not? I decided to spend 1 year studying Chinese language and saving money to start my education in China. I wanted to apply for some master program, and if I'm lucky enough, I can get a scholarship, or if not, I will save enough money to pay for my education, because I just wanted to move and I really loved China. So I decided that it's a really cool idea. Starting from May 2023, I started to learn Chinese language and saving money for my future education. But who knew that I'll end up in Greece, right? By December 2023, I saved enough money to pay to the company that can help me to apply my documents to a Chinese university, and that can help me to collect on my documents and maybe even to help me to get the scholarship in Chinese university. So 1 week before unboxholics raid, I paid to a company 1,000 euros.
Bye bye money.
And in 5 days, unboxholics raided my channel and my life changed. I can't say that right after the stream I decided to move to Greece. No, it didn't happen like that. But after the raids, after a couple of streams, I started to think that maybe it was a bad idea to go to China. Like, how will I stream from China if Twitch is blocked in China? I have to find VPN, like it will be hard. So I started to doubt my decisions. But I already paid the money, so there was no way back. So I was just gathering, collecting, preparing my documents for China. And I decided just to continue what I started and let's see where it will lead. By spring 2024, I had enough money for my studies in China and I saved enough money for my trip to Greece. So I decided why not to go to celebrate my 25th birthday in Greece. I had my new followers that became my new friends, my close friends that I wanted to see. I met some photographers that wanted to make photo shoots with me, so, well, you know all the story, right? Because you watched my previous videos. So you know that I came to Greece, but I fell in love.
What a twist!
I fell in love with my moderator, with Elias. But not him, not me. We didn't know where will it lead, if we can stay together, how we will do that. Like, you know, it's very difficult to travel from Russia to Europe, and it's very difficult to stay in Europe. So we didn't know what we're gonna do, so we were just enjoying our vacation, and I was just waiting for the answer from my Chinese universities. I applied in 7 universities in China, but in April and even I would say by July, I still didn't get any answer from any of these 7 universities. After I returned from Greece to Russia, I started really regret that I paid for China, that I decided to move to China. And my love to Chinese culture started to drop down, and my love for Greek culture started to go up, and up. Me and Elias, we started to elaborate the plan. How can we be together? How can I move to Greece? And we kind of found the way how to do that. But in July, I got the answer from one Chinese university that I got accepted in one of the most beautiful cities in China, Xi'an. It's one of the ancient cities, very beautiful, and I was super happy that I was accepted, but at the same time, I was a bit sad. But a few days after, my boss called me and said that they don't want to work anymore online. They don't want their workers to work remote. So they are opening the office in Malta and they want all their workers to move to Malta in a couple of months.
What a twist!
I was planning my move into Greece in September. And I thought that I can work from Greece. But all my plans were destroyed after me hearing that. It was the middle of August 2024 and my boss still didn't invite me officially to move to Malta, and it was already time to prepare my documents for my moving to Greece. So I wrote to my boss that I want to move to Greece and I need some days off in September to do that. And he said no, because I already took vacation in April to go to Greece and now I don't have any days off, and he didn't think that I would be able to work from Greece because upload speed of the internet in Greece is shit. But I didn't know that. So I started to search, and me and Elias, we found the companies that are doing a good internet speed, but still I was not 100% sure that we can make it, and I wasn't 100% sure that I will be able to work from Greece. So I was fucked. I started to think that maybe to move to China is not a very bad plan. Like in China, I will 100% find the job, I will have my studies, and from all of the videos that I watched about Greece, it's kinda difficult to find the job in Greece, even for Greek people. So I had to choose love, education, or work. Write me in the comments what would you choose on my place. I decided to take a risk and to move to Greece and to try to do good internet and to try to work from Greece. Even though my boss didn't like this idea, but I decided to do it either way. The problem was, how can I do that without days off? I needed time to sell my computer in Russia and then to bring it or to buy a new one in Greece. In a couple of days after my conversation with my boss, he wrote me and he offered me to go to Lisbon.
What a twist!
To summit, like business trip. And of course I wanted to go. I've never been to Lisbon, and of course I wanted to travel. I wanted to be the part of this summit. And I started to write to different travel agencies, how can I get visa to Portugal? And they said to me that, Julia, you don't have time to make Portuguese visa. It needs 45 days, and it was almost the end of August, and the trip was scheduled in the end of September. So I said, is there any other way that I can go to Portugal? And they said, yes, you can apply for Greek visa that takes 15 days to get it.
What a twist!
And I was like, oh my god, that's perfect! If you don't know when you're getting, for example, Greek visa, first country in Europe that you should come must be, I would say, this country. So if I'm applying to Greek visa and I'm getting it, then first I need to go to Greece for a couple of days, and then from Greece I can easily go to Portugal, and then wherever I want. From that day, the plan was for me to get Greek visa, to come for a couple of days to Athens, to marry Elias, then to go to Lisbon, and then from Lisbon to return back to Athens and live happily. But, there is always but. 1 week before my trip to Greece, something happened with my internet. I don't know if it happened with my internet or in general with internet in Russia, but for some reason I couldn't stream for the platform that I was streaming. I don't know about Twitch, I didn't try to stream on Twitch, but as I understood, it's something about restrictions, about something about sanctions, and probably I couldn't stream just because I couldn't stream to foreign platforms that are not collaborating with Russia. So my boss called me and said, obviously you need to move from Russia, and I see that right now is the perfect opportunity for you to move to Malta.
What a twist!
I offer you to be a team leader, a top streamer with a better salary, and to work from Malta.
What a twist!
That sounds crazy. First of all, it sounded good for me, like I have a raise on my job. There are a lot of opportunities. I've never been in Malta, but on the other side, I want to be with Elias, and I imagined all my life with Elias in Greece. I imagined how I will eat souvlaki every weekend and all of that, and now you remember, right, that he didn't like my idea to move to Malta, to Greece. So I just said to him that I have to think about it, like it's a big step. I didn't say anything to him about Greece. We just agreed that after Lisbon, I return back to Greece for a couple of days, and then I go to Malta, and just to see the environment, to meet the team in real life, not online like we have online calls. And after that, if I like it, I go to Russia and I prepare the documents for my moving to Malta.
What a twist!
But deep in my heart, I thought that I'll go to Malta, and probably after Malta, I will return back to Greece and I will tell to my boss that I don't need this rice, I just want to work from Greece. And I was hoping that everything will be fine with the internet in Greece. This what I was hoping for. In the end of September, I returned back to Greece. Of course, first day I was crying, I was super happy. I didn't see Elias for 5 months, 4 months. And in general, I was so happy to return back to Greece. That, oh my god, I can't even describe it with words. And yeah, I was super happy. I came on Saturday, Sunday we spent together. I was super happy. I can't explain you how I was happy, but this is the life, and for your happiness you have to pay. On Monday we had to marry with Elias, and on Monday evening I had to fly to Lisbon. And it's not the worst part of this story. The worst part is that on Sunday evening I decided to withdraw the money, you know, to organize everything, to spend the money in Lisbon. I needed money to set up my setup, my computer and all of that I'm using. It needs a lot of money. Also, we had to pay to the lawyer to make documents for me to stay in Greece. So we needed a lot of money, and I'm using crypto for already like 3 years. I'm withdrawing crypto to my bank card for already 3 years. And yeah, I have my savings in crypto. And of course, I wanted to withdraw my savings for my moving to Greece. And I decided to withdraw 2.5k. It was almost half of my savings. And I got scammed. I don't want to tell you everything in details, just I wanted to withdraw my money with the P2P to Revolut card, and one Indonesian or Indian guy decided to scam me. It all looked super real for me. Like, I'm withdrawing my money 3 years every month with this way of withdrawing, and he managed to scam me, so I lost my 2.5k. And I thought that Monday will be one of the happiest day in my life. I'll get married, I will go to Lisbon, like, you know, I dreamed to go to Lisbon because for me it's something like from the other world. It's so far, it's so hard to get visa to Lisbon. And yeah, and I lost 2.5k euros. Can you imagine how I was destroyed? I wanted just to kill myself, to tell the truth. Thanks so much to Elias that he supported me in this moment. Here is his telegram of this guy, the scammer. His account is still on Telegram. I think he's still scamming people, so if I have among my followers some IT hack specialist who can do something with him, I don't know, feel free to do that. I mean, the only pros of this story is that I can use it as a clickbait for my YouTube videos, so I just want to let you know that, yeah, even if you think that you're a professional and you did it many times, there is still dangerous things on the internet, so please be careful, don't be like me, and yeah, take care. Thanks God, I successfully withdrew the other part of my savings and flew to Lisbon, absolutely broken, not only meaning that I was poor, but also I was heartbroken. I don't know, I was broken inside. But yeah, I think the trip to Lisbon helped me to overcome the stress. I got distracted because I focused on my job, and yeah, I felt myself in Lisbon not in a tourist vibe, but more in healing vibe, you know, from something that happened bad to you and then you are going for a trip just to forget about it. So yeah, and on the last day of my stay in Lisbon, the boss approaches me and says, "So Julia, this is the last day of staying in Lisbon. Where will you go? Will you go on Malta or we will end our contract?"
What a twist!
So basically, I had the question, you're going to Malta right now or you're fired? And I was like, what? Again, that happened to me again. I was so happy on the last day in Lisbon because I enjoyed the trip and it was over, and at the same time I knew that I will go to Greece and soon I will be again in Greece. I will see again Ilias, so I was happy, but something bad always should happen to me, right? So I said that while I was in Lisbon, by the way, Ilias was doing all this internet thing, all this setup thing for me. Thanks to him again. So by the time when I went to Greece, everything was ready for me to work. And I said to my boss that first of all, me and Ilias were married, though I felt myself as a bride that ran away from her husband because yeah, on our wedding day I went to Lisbon. We didn't even have time to celebrate this beautiful moment, this big step in our lives. I just said bye-bye. I mean, this is not how I imagined that day, though it's not like a wedding day, right? We still can marry and to make a real wedding, but still. I wanted this day to be special, but this day that I was waiting for so many months was just destroyed, not only by the scammer, but also that I had to go to Lisbon. In short, I explained to my boss that I can work from Greece and there will be zero problems with internet or anything with the tech. I don't know, tech things, I don't know, computers, internet connections and all of this stuff. And he believed me and he said, okay. I wanted to say this is the happy end of the story, but the happy end of the story is that I changed the job. Right now I'm working for a new company. We had more problems than what I told you in this story. In general, right now already I'm living in Greece for 1 month. I'm super happy. I'm super happy with my new job. I'm super happy with my new life. I'm super happy living in Greece. I disappeared from Twitch because, you know, it's actually very hard to settle up. But soon there will be more videos, more content, and the question for you right now, for my followers, what kind of content are you waiting for me? Do you want some food reviews? Do you want more IRL streams? Do you want horror gaming streams? What do you want? Tell me, write me in the comments what content you're expecting from me. And see you on the next video. Bye!